of these things?
This has to be the place. The directions will... Watch out. They have gas. Your work mistake.
So, for Bethany, she gets the miniature family portrait, which gives her extra mana and stamina regen rate, fire damage, cold damage, yada yada yada. So, I can't remember if she actually ends up getting to keep this stuff once we move on forward to the end of the game. Of course, it also depends on what path you're playing and what your decisions are. We are underground, so of course we're seeing a lot more of these gas here, because of course we are.
That's odd. I could swear there was... Trust me. Talus!
The Circle are not the only ones who know how to break a mage.
You're prepared to die for a man like Prosper?
I do not fight for him. The Duke is a fool. His enemies a posturing, guileless lot. But you are worth testing. Prosper can fight his own battles, and I shall choose mine.
Missed! That would have been a nice shot, too. You didn't think I was leaving, did you? Well, that was bracing.
I thought you'd left.
Nonsense. I found a way around. I said I'd get you out of here, and I meant it. Let's keep going. The exit can't be much further.
There's a lake? In the middle of the mountain?
The retreat needed to house hundreds of people during the Blight, if not thousands. Can't do that without fresh water.
So they built a lake.
Oh, that. I have no idea.
Well, that's kind of what you made it sound like, Talus.
You frightened me.
Me?
Before we found you, there was a moment when I... Don't do that again.
Oh, that's sweet.
There, an exit.
See, this is why I tell people that Fenris might be one of the better romance options for Femhawk. But then again, of course, I am a little biased because, of course, it's Gideon Emery.
Over already? What a pity.
And there's the way out. See? I told you I had a plan. It was a good plan. The kind that had an escape and everything.
Should lead out to the mountainside.
So you could go. There are, however, other options.
After this mess you got me into.
I know you think I lied to you. Well, I did lie to you, but I'm hoping you can look past that. What Salit is going to do will harm so many innocents. My people, as well as yours. It's my duty to stop him. Even so, I can't do it alone. Not anymore.
Explain what's so terrible about Salit's plan.
I can't. Not completely. And yes, I know. That's a hard sell. The information Salit plans to turn over to Orlais won't just hurt Qunari, however. It will harm anyone living in Qunari lands. Even those who fled the Qunari of any race will be condemned to persecution forever.
I'm waiting to hear why I should care what happens to these people.
Because they're people. They're not just religious fanatics or enemies or strangers. I'm not here on some directive from the Qun. I came... Salit was declared Tal Vashoth, but they didn't deem intervention worthwhile. I couldn't agree. I had to try.
Doesn't that make you Tal Vashoth as well?
No. The Ben Hasrath didn't order me not to do this, but here I am anyway. I was trying to earn my way back into their good graces. This probably won't help.
Why? What did you do?
It's not easy being an elf in the Qun. You're not born to it like they are. I've struggled to find that peace, that certainty. I know it's there, I just keep falling short. What about you? Have you ever been a part of something bigger than just yourself?
I'll tell you when I find it.
The Qunari have a vision of what life should be like. Free from pain and fear and doubt. You see tyranny, and I see caring and interest in the welfare of all. Yes, it could be better, but so could human indifference and cruelty. Or do you disagree?
Saying the Qunari could be better is an understatement.
Maybe. What Salit does won't help. It'll only make things worse.
You don't actually think you can finish your mission?
Alone? Probably not. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't try. Some things are worth dying for.
After everything you've already done, why would I help you again?
Because I've got your nose.
The Qun taught you that?
If I were following the Qun, I would actually have your nose. I suppose that doesn't help. If I had my way, you would never have been this involved in the first place.
Seems like I should repay you for almost getting me killed. With interest.
Harsh, but fair. So, is that a no?
What did you have in mind, exactly?
Well, we could go back, maybe have some tea with the Duke, get to know one another. Then, just as he starts to trust us, you slip a bag over his head, and we drag him to Antiva.
This is how you convince me.
Or, we could find out when Salit is arriving, and stop him before it's too late.
You've made your argument. What am I supposed to do with it?
Whatever you decide. I'd be a fool to have a reluctant partner at my back. I don't want to test that threat you made, but this is too important. I hope you see that.
Hawk, where are you going? Look, there was a whole other area here that I didn't get to explore. Gotta explore and loot Talus. Alright, so yeah, you get a choice here. You can either join Talus, or you can leave.
Hawk, please.
So, I believe I showed you guys what happens when you join Talus. Let me show you what happens when you leave her.
It's good she's gone. Let's get out of here.
The guards will be right behind us.
Ugh, more gas. And guards. Wonderful.
You were too willing to involve yourself in the affairs of others, Hawk. Each time you put yourself at risk, one day you will not be so lucky.
You have a better idea?
Guard what you have, keep your head low.
Without risk, there's no reward.
Perhaps. One day, you may simply end up being rewarded with a blade in the back.
Not your blade, however.
Not my blade, no.
Well.
Just how many of these creatures live on this mountain?
Be thankful they're not high dragons.
Good point.
Yeah. We've had to deal with high dragons.
You should wear one of those Orlesian dresses, Bethany.
Not circle compliant, I'm afraid.
Is compliance your only concern?
Given some of our training. Flammability is a big one as well.
Yeah. You ever notice how many fire spells she casts? More gas. I quick saved
That's where we're going.
Everyone, stay sharp.
before we chose whether or not to join or leave Talus, in case you want to go back and make the other choice.
Let's get this over with, Canary, before your assassins find us. Already I regret agreeing to spare them.
I have chosen my path. That choice should not...
Farshera! I am here to facilitate your deal with the Empress. Nothing more. Well, names, Your Grace. It's a list of names. What is the meaning of this?
You asked for a weapon. I am providing it.
We expected the formula for black powder, dreadnought plans, a map of Cunandar, anything. This is useless. Your Grace. Champion. I should have known you would turn up.
Notice that was Talus there.
I'm just trying to leave. Stay out of my way.
And I suppose I should let you go. A thief who tried to rob my home.
If you're smart.
Talus.
Well, Salit, now that I have your weapon, how else will you betray yourself?
You should not have come. This path is mine alone. Go, while you still can.
None of you are going anywhere. Kill them all!
Mm-hmm.
You should never have come here, Brandon!
Focus on the Duke! But watch her go down!
Come to me!
Avoid the venom, but hit Prosper with everything you want.
Leopold? Leopold! He's looking particularly sluggish today.
That's because of the mixture we made.
Insolent cur! I will teach you your place!
Pretty sure this can be a rough boss fight.
Keep away from me! The Empress will hear of this. Orlais will burn Kirkwall to the ground! All of you will die screaming! I swear it!
So, I don't think we're going to get it because I've been playing an aggressive Hawk, not a sarcastic Hawk. But Hawk has a great one-liner after we deal with the Duke here. If she doesn't say it, I'll share with you what it is. Because I saw it when I was doing some research about this DLC before I started recording it. And I saw this scene and they were playing a sarcastic Hawk. And she had a great one-liner. And I wrote in the comments how I think it should have been done. And I'll share with you guys what I mean by that. You first.
And who is going to tell her?
You wouldn't dare!
Wouldn't I?
You don't test Hawk.
They never learn.
Atash Varin Kata. If the Duke only knew what he nearly had in his grasp. I was halfway back up the mountain before I found someone who told me where the Duke was. Ironic that it happened to be where you were headed. But that does fit pretty well with your life, I guess.
So, I want to share with you guys what I found out. So, if you're playing Sarcastic Hawk, after the Duke falls there, Hawk says, Hawk says, looks like the Duke, pauses, and says, has fallen from grace. And I thought to myself, that sounds like something Horatio would say in CSI Miami to start an episode of CSI Miami. Like, because I could just picture Hawk saying, looks like the Duke puts on her sunglasses, has fallen from grace. Yeah! You guys know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen CSI Miami, and just look up the compilation bit of Dave Caruso as Horatio, just doing all these one-liners to start off every episode of CSI Miami with the sunglasses. It became just iconic, and I was just like, that is hilarious. Just what a great, hilarious one-liner.
You didn't mention that Salit was a friend of yours.
He trained me. I suppose, in a way, he saved me. I owed him a better death.
It seems like this is when we discuss a reward.
All right. Something specific in mind?
You'd better have something in mind.
You're cute when you get that look. Yes, that one. Here. That was going to be the heart of the many. You'd find a jewel, while I'd go off and find Salit, and be back before anyone was the wiser. I suppose nothing ever goes like we plan, does it? Take it, Hawk. I'll try to stay out of your hair from now on, but I can't promise anything.
Let me guess. You haven't seen Talus since that day.
A safe assumption, given her nature.
And who is left to appease Olay after a duke's murder at the hands of the champion of Kirkwall?
Well, not by choice, if that helps. And there's the business of Prosper inviting the whole affair, possibly under orders from Empress Celine. Imagine the scandal if that was known.
If you believe a Kunari agent.
Well, that's the difficult part, isn't it? I don't know why Hawk didn't kill Talus. I suppose the elf did have her nose. Whatever the reason, I doubt it's the last we've seen of her. But what do I know? I just tell stories.
So in case you're curious, though I believe I showed this off before, the Heart of the Many basically just gives you +5 to stats. So actually what I want to do, let's go ahead and do this. I know this means we'll be doing the boss battle again, but honestly I don't really mind that considering how strong we are. It's not really going to be that big a deal. Instead of asking for a reward, I want to see what happens if we actually get aggressive again with Talus. If we actually do try and kill Talus, if at all. Because I honestly don't remember if you can't or can. I really don't remember. We'll just skip a bunch of this.
You should never have come here, surrender!
Focus on the Duke, but watch out for Leopold.
Avoid the venom, but hit Prosper with everything you've got.
Leopold? Leopold! He's looking particularly sluggish today. Real sticky creature.
The Empress will hear of
It's ironic that it happened to be where I owed him a better death.
You got me into this. You've used me from the beginning.
I know. I wish it could have been otherwise.
You expect me to just accept that?
No. I don't expect anything else from you. Here. That was going to be the heart of the many. You'd find a jewel, while I'd go off and find Salit. I suppose nothing ever goes like... Take it, Hawk.
And who is left?
And there's the business...
If...
I don't know why Hawk didn't kill Talus.
So it looks like you actually can't, or even have an option to threaten her, or try and do that. You just kind of accept the jewel, and that's that. It is rather interesting that that's the case. We, of course, got some other pieces of gear from this. We got the two-handed axe from that Chastened. We got that bow for saving the dogs. Huh. Infected with walking bomb. How about that? We got the Baron's Sword and Shield. So yeah, got a number of things. So that's that for the DLC. When we return, however, there is one thing left to do. The final quest for the story, and the conclusion of the story of Dragon Age 2. Stay tuned!